throw a punch as a woman, chances are he's not going to hit you back. If he does hit you back, he's probably only going to get one punch in before everybody around realizes a man just hit a woman. So with a confidence that you have never had before in your life, you walk right up to him, forgetting that you are wearing a stone-encrusted ring, and punch him in the face so hard because you've never punched anyone, so you have no idea what amount of force to use, nor do you know your own strength. You break the bridge of his nose open right here. And his three friends just kind of stand there in shock for a second. He stands there in shock for a second. And then he whips out his phone to call the police on you for assault. And he's like, "What's your full name?" And you start to tell him your full name. And then you feel your friend's hand go. And you're like, "Please trust me. I was raised by attorneys. I actually know my shit here." And you look at creepy dude number one, who's on the phone with the police, who could probably hear you in the background. And you're like, "I'll give you my full name." But fun little piece of California law that you should probably know first. In the great state of California, you can claim self-defense in the place of a third party if that third party is incapacitated and unable to defend themselves. And if you call...
All right, so you guys heard what this woman was talking about. She's telling this completely made-up story. I found this on Instagram. Essentially, the story goes something like she was at a bar and she saw some woman getting her drink spiked, and then there was this creepy dude trying to get her out of the bar. So she went over there and she punches this guy in the face. Okay, that's all well and good. We know it's totally fake, but I want you to pay attention to what she said at first. She said she hits this guy and nobody reacts. Essentially, she's saying this man, if he hits her back, everybody is going to notice and everybody is going to activate. And this is exactly what I'm talking about when I tell you guys not to protect women. And this is the perfect reason why. They are expecting you to do this kind of thing. Women understand that there is a societal implication or there is a societal burden on men to protect them. Notice what she said. You go over there and you punch this guy in the face, and his friends are just looking at you and they're stunned. Why don't they immediately react? Because if it was a man who punched their friend, they would immediately react. They're not reacting because they're shocked at what just happened, and they know that they can't actually do anything. And even she said it. He might get one punch in before everybody notices a man is hitting a woman. This is why I tell you guys, don't protect them, because they expect that sacrifice. They expect you to be the perfect stranger in the bar that comes over and dives on this guy, not knowing if he has a knife or a gun or if he is the second coming of Chuck Liddell or John Jones. They don't care. They just care that they get to put their hands on somebody. Now, I will tell you that women will they are always aware when they're in public. They will be bold in public. They will always, like if you have an altercation with a woman, she is going to start getting loud in order to draw a crowd. Why? So if she decides to hit you, you can't hit her back, or she's already expecting that there might be violence, so she wants eyes on the situation, so that deters you from putting hands on her, because once again, she expects that some man is going to come over there and save her or break up the situation, whatever the case might be. What I'm telling you is, I understand why women do this. They do it as a safety mechanism. They pick their fights in public, and I understand that they expect that there is going to be men or a man around that's willing to throw their life away. I'm just telling you not to do it. Why? Because it's expected, and there is nothing good coming your way except consequence. Like I said, what happens if you get put in jail? Is she going to pay your defense? What happens when you lose your job because you're in jail? Is she going to pay your rent? What happens if you get shot or stabbed? Is she going to pay your medical bills? No, no, no. Don't be the hero, especially when they expect it and they pick fights because it's supposed to happen.
Hello? Reason why you keep knocking on that door? Okay, well I need you to come over here and wait for the door.
I don't want to leave. I don't want her hurt. I don't want her arrested. I just want her out of here, please, and I want it noted. I want to report. You could see...
Amanda, what is your last name?
Samantha, if you keep obstructing him, he is going to put you in cuffs. Just give him the information.
This is Mom.
And leave. We just want you to leave our home. We don't wish you any ill will. You're just not welcome here anymore. You need to leave. Why would you want to go and obstruct justice and get yourself into trouble when you're being given the chance by 3 officers to leave here who are being very respectful and calm with you? But she's also a little dangerous, and that worries me.
All right, like I said, if she comes back on your property, you call us. But she's gonna give us another reason to take her.
Show Samantha 27 acres property.
What the f did I do? What did I do?
Unlock the door.
Get on the car!
What did I do?
Get on the car!
Oh my god, what did
Get on the ground!
What did I do?
Give me your hand.
What did I do?
All right, people. So you see, we have a young woman who is having a temper tantrum. She's at her boyfriend's mom's house and they want her to leave for whatever the reason. Now, I want you guys to understand, when you see stuff like this, it's never that incident. There was always a bunch of other stuff that was going on over a period of time, and that's just the straw that's breaking the camel's back, or that's just the particular incident that's making the internet rounds. Now, I want you guys to think about this. Think about this situation from the standpoint of the young man. Now, I know he's at his mom's house, but think about it from the standpoint of him having his own home. If you were that young man, what do you think that woman would be doing? That woman would be acting a plumb fool. She would be saying that you're abusing her. She would be breaking your stuff. She would be breaking in your house. Like, she would not leave. I did a video a while back asking people, how do you handle a woman who doesn't leave your house? It's a whole thing. I'll probably rehash that video at a later point in time. But essentially, when this kind of thing happens, all you can do is break your phone out and start recording, because you can't get her to leave. You can't put hands on her. You can't drag her out of the house, because anything you do is considered assault. She'll start filming and she'll go live on Instagram or whatever, and she'll paint you as the bad guy. But you see, she's at this man's mom's house. She's at somebody else's house where they pay the rent, and she thinks the rules don't apply. She thinks that this situation is over when she says it's over. And this is what I talk about oftentimes when I say, don't get into it with women. Don't try to fight with women, because what they will do is they will not leave a situation until they win. The situation is over when they say it's over. The situation dies when they get the win. And I'm telling you, this woman is a headache, top to bottom, start to finish. And this is one of the reasons I always tell you not to help women when you see them in trouble, because you don't know if they're just throwing a tantrum trying to get the victory. She's already lost. The man don't want her. He don't want to be around her. The mom hates her. The mom is outside the house with this woman, so she can't get to the son, because the mom already knows what kind of foolishness is going to ensue once she gets in that young man's presence. She's probably going to try to assault him and say that he's, beating on her or something like that. This is what I'm talking about when I tell you, stay away from crazy women. And when stuff like this happens, the only thing you can do is call the cops. That's why when you find yourself in a position to where you can't control a woman with just words, you can't give her sound advice and just tell her what to do, you got to get rid of her. There is no saving that woman.
Okay, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
You injured?
Kind of.
What happened?
I'm trying to come back home. Whatever.
Did you guys see anything?
We were in the car and he was just driving, and then we looked in the back and just hit the truck. Don't call the police. Don't.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's not gonna work.
We're gonna go to the other side of your car. Just take a seat right on the curb, and the rescue squad's gonna come and evaluate you. Okay?
This one?
Yeah, right here.
You guys gotta see where's the owner of this truck right here.
Yeah, this guy lives right here. We'll make contact with him.
Home surveillance footage shows the truck these witnesses just mentioned getting rammed from behind by the woman at an extremely high speed.
Was it Porsche?
Yeah, it was a Porsche. Yeah.
You know whose truck this is?
Yeah, it's this house right here.
Oh my god. He is going to me.
Is he home?
Yeah, oh yeah. Was he fucking drunk? Shh. Was you fucking drunk?
We'll figure it out.
Please.
Don't tell me to comment. I just got woken up. My dogs are barking. He's going to fucking...
Jesus Christ. I didn't even realize it was going to be like that. Why is it her fault? I'm pulling all the way in the driveway. Yet till I have her evaluated.
Don't start.
Are you fucking serious?
She is right there.
Okay,
Shut up.
Listen.
Chris.
All right, he can go look at his car.
A couple people stopped. They observed what was going on. The squad's gonna come and evaluate her to make sure she's not injured. We're gonna do our sobriety testing, and we're gonna get this all taken care of for you. Okay? Sucks. Your truck is clearly banged up.
No. You know what the problem is? My wife doesn't pull her car in. This is the second time my truck got hit here. I just bought this truck.
All right, people. So you see the terrible, terrible event. This man had his truck destroyed because his wife is lazy. I read the comments on this video, and they were just absolutely wild. So pretty much what everybody was saying was, why can't he pull her car up if it's that important? And my thing is, if you think about this, you absolutely know there has been 1,000 conversations about her pulling her car up further so he can get his truck in the driveway, because he said his car has been hit before. So think about the conversations that would have taken place prior to this particular incident. He's going to tell her to pull her car up. She's going to say, do it yourself. And I want you to think, if he's pulling her car up, that means he's getting home after her. So he's working more hours. So now he has to take her keys, get in her car and pull it up and go back in the house. Okay, sounds like it's not that much. But one, he has to do that every day if he's going to do that. And two, that is a big man. So you know her seat is not going to be adjusted for him to drive comfortably, even a few feet. So now he's got to get in her car, adjust the seat, pull the car up. Then he's got to get out. And no matter how he adjusts that seat, she's going to complain, you left my seat too far back. She's going to complain. It's going to be a thing every single time. This woman is trying to exert a level of control over this man that is just diabolical. And it ends in this particular situation. His car essentially gets totaled. Like, this woman smashes into the back. And you know how the insurance companies are. If you bend the frame of a car or a truck, it's considered a total loss. As fast as that car got hit, I'm sure the frame is bent. But what I'm saying is, I want you to think about this from the standpoint of protecting a woman. Imagine this man and this woman go out for a night on the town or whatever. They go to, Costco or something. And this woman gets into an altercation with another man. If this man tries to tell his wife anything like calm down, be quiet, step back, whatever, you think she's going to do it? Absolutely not. Why? Because she's unruly. And this is the price you pay for being with an unruly woman. You have to get rid of women when you can't give them instruction, when they don't do anything you say, when they think listening to you in the slightest bit is beneath them, is some form of toxic masculinity or is some form of, control or whatever. You have to get rid of them, because whether it's your car getting smashed in on the road or it's you losing your life because your wife picked a fight with the wrong person at a grocery store, something bad is going to happen. Like, how hard is it for her to just pull her car up? Not that hard at all, but she hates that man. She has nothing but contempt for that man. His voice annoys her. His life annoys her. She is probably annoyed by the way he eats his food and breathes. So when you're dealing with people like this, like I said, if you can't get them to listen to you, you just have to get rid of them, because they just become a hazard in the end.